First off, we have Asphalt Urban GT. When you first see the menu, you see that you have two options, instant play and arcade. Before the race starts, you get to choose in which location you want to race. And locations are plenty. You have Tokyo, New York, Paris, London, Syracuse, Luxor, Vladivostok and Route 66. Sure, the background is just a picture that rotates a little when you take turns, but hey, it's a different picture at least. It's okay for a Java game. Also, aside from the big variety of locations, you get quite a nice number of cars, 8 ones to be precise, and they are the Gallardo, the Lotus Exige, the Audi TT Roadster, the Saleen S7, the Ford GT, the TVR Sagaris, the Nissan Skyline, the Chevrolet Corvette C6, and for each car you can choose between 3 colors, as you like. The gameplay is incredibly fun, even though simple. You race, and you also have dual races where, as you guess from the name, you race against someone, and you can place bits to earn money from winning duels. You also have Nitro's boosts, represented by 5 lightning arrows in the bottom of the screen. The visuals are nice, the gameplay is solid, fast paced and fun, and the controls feel very responsive. Second on the list is Asphalt Urban GT 2, which is an upgrade to the first one, and novelties are plenty. You have the instant play and the arcade option. And in arcade, you get a lot of game modes, and they are Evolution, Duel, Beat 'em all and Cop Chases. A downside from the previous one is that there are fewer locations available now, but that is not really that big of a deal, because locations are still plenty for the game to feel varied. As for cars, you get again to choose from a pretty good array of cars. You have the Pontiac, the Murcielago, the Nissan 350Z, the Mercedes SLR and the Aston. Also, another big update for the game is the fact that now there are bikes too in the game, the Ducati 999R and the Kawasaki. And also a thing I've noticed is that it depends from version to version which cars you have. For example, some versions have the Hammer too. Another big and awesome update is that now you can tune up your car. You get to choose from a handful of colors, you can put a spoiler on your car, body kits, rims, vinyls, you can buy engine upgrades, transmission and tire upgrades. You can tweak the weight distribution too. It's true, even though you have these options, you don't really have what to choose from. For example, the vinyl option is actually for most cases just the same vinyl, but you get to choose which color you want it to be. Same goes for the spoilers and the other parts. Options are not really plenty, but it's still a good thing to be able to modify your car as you wish. You can personalize it a little bit, and people who grew up with games like Need for Speed Underground 2 will love to be able to tune up their cars. Rather than racing stock, you now get the option of tuning. Graphically, the game has improved. The streets look more 3D, the cars look nice, the game has some very nice looking effects. As for gameplay, aside from what I've told you until now, it's like the other one, meaning fast pace, with responsive controls, and it's incredibly fun, a must play for the Java platform. Third on the list is Asphalt Urban GT 3D, which is 3D, but it comes with a price. Meaning that instead of a game that will take you around 1 hour and a half to finish, this one you will finish in about 40 minutes or so. Because it doesn't have the previous awesome modes I've told you about, it doesn't have tuning either. It has only 5 races. That's the whole campaign. You also have 3 racing locations only. You get the cop chase modes, meaning you can drive as a police officer too, which is nice. As for cars, you get to choose from the Lotus Exige, the Skyline, the Ford GT, the Saleen S7 and the Lamborghini Murcielago. 5 cars. It's still a good number for a 3D Java game, but it's a smaller number of cars than in the previous Asphalt games. The controls are not clunky, but the gameplay has something that makes it feel weird. When you brake, you get a sound as if you are doing something wrong. When you take the steering at the maximum in curves, you have the emotion that the car won't make it, and in some cases the car really doesn't make it. Also, maybe it was my version's fault, or maybe all the versions are the same, but the game was running faster than it should. You can see from the video that something doesn't seem right. Graphically, it's a 3D game for Java. It's amazing. The graphics are amazing. It's the best of graphics you can get for the platform. The locations are nice looking and varied, with cars roaming, even trucks. Next up on the list is Asphalt Free Street Rules, which is the same fun game but with new stuff added to the mix. You have 6 race locations in this game, so you get to race in Honolulu, Rome, St. Petersburg, Mumbai, Tokyo and San Francisco. As for vehicles, you get 7 different ones, and they are the Mustang, the Kawasaki, the Lamborghini, the Ducati, the Corvette, the Roof and the Zonda. And the nice thing in this game is that, like in Urban GT 2, you have car tuning, meaning you can upgrade your car and pimp it a little. Also, in this game, the chicks on the screens are not only for the eyes. You get to choose between 3 girls that help you with something. They are called navigators. Sandra gives you more nitro, Michelle gets your wanted level down, and Julia helps you earn more money. As for game modes, you have the classics that we love: race, beat 'em up, cop chases and cash attack. Also, the cop chases are nice. You had them in the previous games too, but in this one you get Julia, that is a news anchor, and gives news reports about your driving and about you being chased by the police, giving you a more action movie feel. Also, you get occasionally photographed by speedometers, so that it adds to your dangerous persona. Other than this, the game is the same fun as before, meaning the graphics are the same, the gameplay is still incredibly fun and fast-paced, and with responsive controls. You remember what I've told you about making Urban GT 2 a 3D game, that it comes with a price. Well, it's not the same for Street Rules 3D. It takes you around 1 hour and a half to finish the game. Also, the cars are not cut off, you even get more than in the 2D version. So, in addition to the ones I've already told you about in the 2D version of Street Rules, you get the Mini Cooper S, the Nissan Skyline GTR, the Aston Martin Viper, totaling a number of 11 vehicles. And remember how in Urban GT locations were cut off? Well, not anymore. You have the same locations as in the 2D game, but remodeled in 3D. And remember how you could tune up your car in Urban GT 2, but in the 3D version you couldn't do it anymore? Well, now you can tune your car in the 3D version of Street Rules 2. Other than that, the race modes are the same. And you even get the free navigator girls too. This Street Rules 3D is the better looking version of its 2D brother. Graphically, it's a marvel for the Java platform. It looks amazing. Also, the cinematics when Julia gives her news reports are epic. The cars move a little weird, but that doesn't confiscate the fun. I definitely recommend you this game. It's among the best ones that the Java platform can offer. Asphalt 4 Elite Racing is the continuation of Awesome. This time you get 6 locations to race in: Beverly Hills, New York, Paris, Monte Carlo, Dubai and Shanghai. You get 10 vehicles, and they are the Nissan GTR, the Corvette, the Ducati M696, the Aston Martin, the Roof RGT, the Ferrari, the Bugatti Veyron, the Mini Cooper S, the other Ducati and the M3. And you get your navigator girls again, Sandra, Michelle and Julia. And they help you with their specific thing again. Tuning is present again in the game. but unfortunately you are unable to put spoilers on your car, and the tuning upgrades are only for performance, not for visuals, like vinyls or body kits or spoilers. The only visual thing you can tune is the color of your car. The game modes are the same as before. Same goes for graphics and gameplay, meaning it's action-packed, fast-paced and fun with responsive controls. I definitely recommend you this game. Like all the others, it's varied and it features around 1 hour and a half of fun if you play the career mode. And it features even more hours of fun if you play just like that. Next up is Asphalt 6 Adrenaline. You are probably wondering, but Laurențiu, you forgot a game. After number 4 comes 5, and only after 5 comes 6. And you are right, you get an A in maths from me. I was wondering the same thing too, and I searched, but unfortunately no Asphalt 5 was made for Java. But hey, we got 6, at least they didn't stop. As for vehicles, they are numerous again. You have the Mini Cooper, the Abarth, the Ford Shelby, the Mercedes, the BMW, the Audi, the Roof, the Maserati, the M3, the Bentley, the GTR, the Ducati, the Lamborghini, the R8, the Ferrari, the McLaren, another Ferrari, another Lamborghini, the Pagani, the Aston Martin, the Veyron and the Bentley Speed, totaling a number of 22 cars, which is very impressive for a Java game. Another upgrade you can see in this game are the graphics. You saw that in the previous one there were pictures in the background, and then on the side of the road there were polygon thingies that were supposed to be buildings. Well, now the buildings and things on the side of the road are rendered and detailed. Also, Gameloft has worked on smaller details too. You can see from the video that the ocean in front sparkles. It's not just a picture, the environment is so much better. Also, the sun reflects on your car paint, not just the car windows, but the car paint too, which for a Java game is pretty impressive. Another nice detail is that when your nitros is at max, not only that the color of the gas changes, but the road becomes purple. The game is just filled with small details that just make the game so much better. You can see from every angle that this game was worked on with love. But the thing that bothered me about the visuals are the car angles. The car you drive in looks okay, but the ones in front have their noses too upwards and they look weird on the road. Also, the tuning system is nice. You have a decent amount of vinyls to choose from and you can select which color you want it to be, and have a decent amount of colors. You can paint your rims too, and you have nice customization options. This game, even though it's 2D, it makes you feel like 3D, because the environment is 3D and your car animations are so smooth that it feasts the eye. As for gameplay, it's the same fun, fast-paced and responsive. I will recommend you this game along with the others. The last Asphalt game to be released for Java by Gameloft is Asphalt Nitro, which feels like a downgrade from the previous version. Instead of 21 cars, in this one you get only 10. You get 5 locations to play in, and the graphics look a little bit downgraded. But a novelty to the game are the ramps on the road. In rest, the game is the same as always. In conclusion, I definitely recommend you all the games. All Asphalt games for the Java platform are a must play. They are some of the best games for the Java platform, and it was an honor for me to briefly review them.